Hi everybody, doing a bit of work on my deck. I haven't done any vids on this yet, so I'll just give you a bit of a look at what we're doing. So I've chosen this area here to do the deck. It's 3.8 metres out from the wall, and it's 3.6 metres from the edge of the concrete to the fence. So dug all my required holes. Discovered that I had the sewage connected a number of years ago, and under regulations the plumber that connects the sewer to the main line out the back is supposed to break the septic tank up at least to the halfway mark and then backfill it with concrete and like screenings, stones. Didn't do it, left the whole tank intact, completely hollow. Yes, he pumped it out, but that's illegal. Make a good bomb shelter though. Unfortunately one of my mounting spots has to be off the side here, so I have to cut the leg shorter, weld a plate on diagonally, and I'm going to just dyna bolt through the actual tank itself. Another thing that I needed to do prior to putting the deck down is I'm going to do some bathroom renovations, and my existing bathroom, which is now going to become an ensuite, is going to have a toilet in it. So I need a sewer pipe, a waste pipe, to come from that new toilet and tap into here. So before the deck goes down, I'm going to cut it off here. I'm going to cut it off here. I'm going to put a T-piece junction in. I'm going to run it to here and around the corner, and I'm going to cap it off until I'm ready to install the toilet. So there's no mucking around later on. I'll actually be dyna bolting a length of steel tubing to the wall, and then the deck will get welded to that. There will be a post in the corner here. I already have a pad from having concreted this in, so I may just sit the leg on that pad with a base and dyna bolt that to the pad as well. It's a fairly decent pad, because I got sick of this bloody gate moving with the fence putting pressure on it. So that will do, and there won't really be anybody walking in the corner here. Got all my Mubu decking there, which is second hand, come from my father's place. It's all cut to length. I've got a few offcuts here on the top for whatever I need. These are all my legs, all pre-cut, that get welded to the framework. We're only going with a 25mm square tube here, but 3mm wall thickness. That's what's going to get bolted to the side of the house. We didn't need to go 50mm. There's no reason for it. I don't have a level piece of concrete anywhere on this block, so I've had to use the spirit level, and I've had to pack out the corners according to the fall of the concrete. As you can see, we got, I think it's 20mm tube square, 20mm, and I've got a wedge under that to lift that up. We didn't need quite as much here because the concrete slopes down. It's higher as it gets towards the house wall, but everything's level. I've made sure everything's level, everything's lined up nice. My welds aren't too bad actually. I've got my welder set up pretty good. You know, somebody that's a welder can always get a better weld than me, but I'm very happy. I've got penetration there. All my welds, I have to do all the side welds yet. I've only done the side welds on here, and I have had a little bit of rust form there because I welded this last week, and we've had rain in the last couple of days, and I should have squirted it with some paint, but I didn't. But it's nothing to worry about really. This is all Duragal, so it doesn't need to be painted, which I'm so happy about. It saved me money in paint. So that little bit of extra that I paid for the Duragal per metre, which was, we're talking cents, not dollars, cents. So yeah, definitely saved me in the cost of paint. So I'll give you a look at what we're going to, well, the idea for how all the legs and everything are going to go on. Okay, I've got two short ones here, but these short ones will be bolted to the concrete here, so that they will get bolted there. That's why they're shorter than the rest of these. All these will get basically welded on there like that at every junction, except the ones that are closest to the fence. They're going to get welded a little bit further back here, probably only 50 mm, because this doesn't go right up hard against the fence, so, and I didn't want to dig holes right up against the fence line either, because if ever the fence needs to be replaced again, I don't want interference with my pads. So as you can see, I've dug them a little bit further back from the fence. I've ordered a nice shade sail, but it's actually a canvas one. It's not one of these like shade cloth type shade sails. So it's gonna look a little bit more classy. I'm putting up a fake wall here along the fence, like a feature wall that'll go as high as the eaves. So that'll actually give us about nearly 8 feet of I guess feature wall. And I'll do the same here where the gate is. I'll find a way to actually fix that to the gate. And when the gate opens, obviously that whole wall opens with it. And I've ordered 10 decking lights, so we'll probably get, I think, 6 in around the actual floor of the deck, and then we'll probably have 4 around the perimeter. So we'll probably put one either side of the where the step will be, which is here, between these two posts. And then we'll probably put a couple in here, just one on each side here, and that'll use up the 10. What else did I get? As I've probably shown you in the past, I've got some stainless steel tubing in the shed, which will sit on top of the deck. So the deck's going to roughly come to here, and then you'll have your merbu. And then we've got these nice stainless steel posts that come up to here. I think they're 1200, if memory serves me right. So they'll get put, obviously, either side of the steps here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here yet. I may put a shorter one, or I may just put like a mounting loop here. Because what I'm going to do is run stainless steel cable through these stainless steel posts, and that'll go all the way around to the feature wall. So it'll come down this side, it'll come to this post, it'll stop with a turnbuckle on it, and then same here, it'll start again with a turnbuckle on it, and it'll go to the wall. How are we going to mount the shade sail? Well, on the corners, as you can see here, I've got some lengths left. I've got I'm not sure what the longest one is there. I think that's 3.8, and I think the shorter one is 3 meters. So what I'm going to do, as most of you will know, with a shade sail, you have to put a twist on it, or you have to slope it in one direction to allow the water to fall off. So what I've done is I've actually left the corners open here on both ends, and those long posts will get welded into these corners. So they'll act not only as the legs, but they'll act as the post that goes up to fasten the shade sail on. And then what we're going to do, the way we're going to fasten it to the roof, is I'll take you around the front and I'll show you what the idea is. Whether I make them or buy them, it's neither here nor there. If I can get them cheap enough, I'll buy them from a house wreckers. If I need to make them, I'll make them. So, as you can see, for the electricity supply, they've just got some round tubing there, which goes in through the tiles and bolts in through the roof truss. It's got a hook on it there, as you can see, for the detention of the cable, hold the cable in place, and we're going to do the same thing at the back. Didn't want to drill into my new fascia covers, that's the excuse me, that's the way I did it when I had the big shade sail up. We just went in through the fascia boards because I knew that eventually I was going to get all these nice covers put on, so I don't want to drill back through there. So we're going to go through the tiles, which will give us a little bit more. Well, I've ordered a 4 metre by 4 metre, which is going to be perfect for this, being 3.6 by 3.8 metres. And I'm also looking at another one for this area here, because this is where my barbecue is located. So now most of the cooking will get done here. But I've got to find a smaller one. I want to find one that only comes to the door here. I want to leave all this open here above the door to let light in. We still need to get some light into the back of the house because it's a very, very dark kitchen, very dark laundry. So by leaving at least a metre there with no shade sail will help. And we'll span something out here. Yeah, damn good spar, comes with a cover and everything, and I like the idea that it's inflatable, because if I ever move from here I can take it with me. So where if I had bought a spar that I would mount into the deck, it's got to remain here. You can't take it out and leave a big massive hole in the deck. So, and I would have had to have designed the deck differently to take the shape of the spar, and a fixed spar is going to be a hell of a lot heavier than an inflatable spar. So, or hot tub, whatever part of the world you're from. When you think about the inflatable one taking 930 litres, well, a litre's a kilo, so you're probably 70 kilos shy of a tonne, and then you've got the weight of the people in it, and you put 4 adults in there at an average of say 75 kilos, so there's another 300 kilos, so you're looking at say 1300 kilos just in this corner of the deck here. So I'm glad I went with the steel. I think it'll be better. With water going over the side of the spar, it's not going to rot the timber. Just had a surprise visitor drop in, my mate Paul, whose Mustang we're working on. Gave me a hand to finish the decking off, so sort of missed all the process of making it. So that's what we got. Hi everyone, it's been a couple of weeks since I did any work on this decking. Unfortunately my back went again, and spent the last week and a half recovering. It's still not right, so I'm only going to do a couple of light jobs today. Nothing heavy, no heavy lifting, otherwise I'm going to end up being off work for another week and a half. And the rope's very thin at work at the moment, so too much time off over the years with back injuries, so yeah. But anyway, what we're going to do today is might have explained this in the first part of the video, which I haven't edited yet, so we'll just go over it. I can always cut it out if need be. I've got I'm going to redo the bathrooms in my house, so I'm going to end up with a second bathroom, turn what is currently the main bathroom into an ensuite, and turn my third bedroom into the main bathroom slash very small study, almost be like a walk-in cavity thing that's only going to be about 1 metre wide. So, but it'll be big enough to put a small computer desk in there, but use it as a linen press and other things like that. So, so yeah, I need to run a pipe to my current bathroom, which is my only bathroom in the house, for a toilet. So I've exposed the pipes here, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to cut this elbow junction out, and I'm going to put this T-junction in and run a piece of pipe to the corner here, and run it around the corner and cap it off, and that'll be all ready to go when the time comes to connect. All I'll have to do then is just run whatever that is, about 6 meters, I think, 6 meters of 100mm PVC to the outlet on the wall down there. Another job I'm going to do today as well, so I'm going to get, so I don't have to lift, I'm going to get my car trolley jack out and use that as my lifting device to lift the frame here. I'm going to bolt this bar here, this 25mm square bar, to the wall. So I'm going to go along and mark all the holes in the tube, slide the tube out, pre-drill it, put it back in, get some clamps, clamp it to the wall, and then I'm going to drill the holes and dyno bolt it on and get all that ready. Yeah, and then the next job will be to, once this is on and we have a stable platform here, is to level up the frame. Level up all the frame and make sure it's right. Once it's right, what I might do, I haven't decided yet, but if I pretty much get the frame level, we don't want it to move at that point. So I might actually tip the bags of ready mix concrete in here and actually concrete it in whilst it's level. And then what I'll do is these corner posts that I've got to put in, then I'll weld those in. So they'll be almost like I wouldn't say an afterthought, but they'll be like they'll come afterwards. And same with this one on the tank. Obviously that's got to be cut down and the plate put on the bottom, plate drilled, dyno bolted into the concrete of the old septic tank, and then I've got the one over there in the corner as well. That's got to be cut down and welded on as well. But I've got enough legs here where I can pour the concrete and pretty much make this a rigid structure, and then anything else that I weld on there should be right. You know, if I need if there is some give and I need to weld this up a little bit higher, because I'm not going to dig any more out of the hole, but I need to weld it up a little bit higher to get it level. I'll just put the trolley jack under there and jack it up to take the sag out of it, and then weld it in, and it should be good. So that's the plan for this morning. Okay, we're a bit further along. Finally cut the elbow on the sewer pipe. It's taken me well over an hour, but we got there anyway. So just let me get this off. Tried to fit the elbow up, T-junction up already. So there we go. Cut that off. It's all good. So that'll swing around there like that. But I've just got to give it a quick sand, but it all seems to go on alright even without sanding it down. dug the hole. Had to be careful there. I've got an electrical cable that comes down here to feed power to the garden shed and an outside power point. So there's the conduit there. So we're going to come this side of it. So we're definitely clearing the gas pipe there, the electrical, and it'll come through here. So that's all good. And that is all I've got around to at the moment. Borrowed a reciprocating saw off my my dad. He only bought it for one job and he never used it again. It's come in so handy, especially for a job like that. So yeah, I've got my supervisors here today. Pretty quiet for a supervisor. We have one more, but it's inside in our naughty cage. Hasn't been a very good budgie, so only the 3 come out today. But I'll pick up on the vid when I'm a bit further along. Cheers. Hey you guys, got the plumbing finished, so there it is, all completed. Got a cap in the end over there. Only put that in with silicone though, so I can remove it easily when it comes time to connect the new toilet. But it's all in. It's all sealed up, so I can start the back for all that, or I may actually leave it open for now until I do connect. I'm not sure yet, so it's not going to hurt to leave the soil there. What else? Oh yeah, I went around all the welding joints and sprayed them with some silver gal. Should have done that when I first welded everything up, but it got late in the day and the hardware shop was closed, so yeah, I just didn't get a chance. And then one day turns into another, and then it rains and gets rusted, and yeah, so that's been all wire brush with a wire wheel on the drill and all painted up. So next couple of jobs I'm going to do now is I'm going to bolt that bar to the wall and get some levels here, get my car trolley jack out and lift it up so I've got no weight on top of that bar, and level it out and take it out, drill the holes through it, put it back in, mark the holes on the wall, pre-drill the holes, put the dyno bolts in, and then that's another job done. So hopefully by the end of the day I should have all this level, and then tomorrow I might just have a little bit of welding here. I've got, as I said earlier, I've got this one leg to do, one leg in the corner, one leg on that far corner, and this leg, so I'll weld them in, which will only take me probably, I don't know, 45 minutes I guess, and then once all they're welded in, then I can start pouring the concrete into the holes, and that's the framework done. That's everything done. So we're getting there. I wanted to sort of neaten up the pipe work a little bit here on the back wall. So went down to the hardware store today and bought some PVC fittings. So what I did, the first one I did was this one. I wanted to move this this outlet valve for a grey water hose. I wanted to move that down. That was up here and it would have been above the decking, so now that's below the decking, which is nice. So you only see that section of pipe there. And then what I did is with the breather pipe for the toilet, it used to come up here on an angle on a 45 and kick in there. So what I've done is I've chopped all that out and put some 90-degree bends on it, and that's going to sit below the floor level, and all you're going to see is a straight pipe. So we'll have 2 straight pipes coming up through the floor, and nice clean wall. So pretty happy with that that little bit today. Try bolting this down. Sort of had some success, and but not 100% happy with the whole thing. Problem was my drill bit, the masonry drill bit. You've got the flared ends on the drill bit. Well, this one's lost them all, so it wasn't drilling the hole to the size I needed. So I had to sort of go around and try and widen it, and I got them in, but I just couldn't pull the frame down enough. I pulled it down enough to get it level, but I didn't get it pulled down enough to get that plate sitting on the concrete, so there's actually a gap under the concrete. But it's come down a hell of a lot. It's come down the length of those threads. So that's probably a bit generous when I cut the tube off. Probably made it a fraction too short. But it's leveled it all up again. So all I'll do is I'll just get some concrete, ready mix concrete, that I'm going to put in all these holes, and I'll just pour it straight over the top of that. It'll never move. So so yeah, it's coming together. It's coming together. I had to play around a lot with the breather pipe, trying to cut it further down and further down and further down, till I just got to a point where I couldn't go anymore. Otherwise I would have cut into the actual main 100mm sewer pipe, and I didn't want to do that. But it's turned out perfect. I couldn't have asked for better. It sits underneath. Sits underneath the floor there. Ended up being about 1 bag of cement or concrete short of the premix. So I'm going to head down the hardware store today. It's open on a public holiday, which is good. And yeah, I needed it for that post there on that septic tank. But what I'm going to do is I'm also going to top up some of these ones here. A little bit low there, so I'll bring it right up. Same with this one. So I might grab 2 bags actually. You know, it's under the decking, so it doesn't matter if it's high. I'd rather there be more concrete than not enough.